All right, we have been bringing you tropical updates since this storm caught our attention early last week, through the weekend, and through this work week as this storm has continued to strengthen and make a run for the U.S. It has officially come on land in southwestern Louisiana, now the strongest storm to ever make landfall in this part of the Gulf Coast. Before that, you had to go back to 2005. Rita made landfall. Rita peaked as a Category 5, but came down and weakened to a still strong Category 3 hurricane and came on shore with winds about 115 miles per hour. As this storm was coming on, the official National Hurricane Advisory came out at the same time at 1 a.m. is when it made landfall, and the winds were still with the possibility up to 150 miles per hour. So blowing out the old record of the strongest storm to enter this part of the U.S. And that is just scary to think about with the video and the images coming in of what the people in these communities have had to deal with. It will take time for everything to get back to normal here, weeks if not months, sometimes even a year or two it takes for everything to get back to normal here. All right, look at the rain bands extending all the way back to the Texas coast there out in the western Gulf. A lot of tropical moisture, big cloud deck here. Huge storm. Big storms like this, they intensify so quick over those warm Gulf waters, but it takes a while for them to come down in their intensity. Look at the cloud deck, much tighter gradient on your west sides of these tropical systems, but the cloud deck did make it west of I-45. Even some clouds tried to get close to I-35 there. A little bit closer look in here. Again, this storm continues to move off towards the north. This is a 7 a.m. advisory here. Winds are down to 100 miles per hour, so it's weakening. You're going to find those strongest winds right inside the eye wall. That's where your strongest winds occur. So when we talk about 150, 130, 140 mile per hour winds, they're not everywhere in the storm. They're right there in that eye wall. That eye wall took a direct hit or path right over Lake Charles, taking the direct hit there as it came on shore around Cameron, Louisiana, went right up towards Lake Charles. Before some of these weather recording sites went offline, went off air, we were able to get some wind gusts around 120 to just under 140 miles per hour recorded from Lake Charles and Cameron. So there's storm chasers have been out there. We have some recording sites. We'll wait to get that data in, but a lot of this area has gone offline. Radar sites have gone offline. The National Weather Service had to leave Lake Charles. So again, once everything gets back to normal, we'll try to get some data in, but this was a very strong, potent storm that moved on shore. Again, life-threatening storm surge was expected along the Louisiana coast. We'll get daylight to come up and start to see exactly how far that water rose and how far inland it went. This storm is going to continue to go further off towards the north. Again, it still has the potential to be a Category 1 as it moves through the Arklatex region and northern Louisiana. All of this area overall on average probably going to see up to around 6 inches. Some locally higher amounts up to a foot can't be ruled out. Mostly tropical storm force winds for eastern Texas, and again we could see hurricane force winds making it as far north as northern Louisiana into southern Arkansas, where we're seeing those greens on the northern and northeastern side of this storm. We'll continue to watch it as it moves north, still tracking some of those blues. Those are tropical storm winds, possibly ranging anywhere from 70 down to 30, probably lower end tropical storm winds down to 39, 40 miles per hour. Can't be ruled out for Little Rock over towards Memphis, Tennessee. A big, large storm here. Again, we'll continue to take this track, continues to weaken. Tropical storm across Arkansas, flooding rains expected there, and then gets picked up by the jet stream, Ohio River Valley, and eventually will move offshore into the Atlantic as we get into the weekend. Again, as far as impacts go for our friends and family members in the Arklatex region into Arkansas, we're going to be talking about flooding rains, damaging wind gusts, and isolated tornadoes through our Thursday. Flooding rains continue into Arkansas overnight and into Friday morning. And look at this. Starts to lose that form, that look of a tropical system, but that tropical moisture, it sticks around and again, eventually moves into the Ohio River Valley, producing flooding rains possibly up there.